What's going on, guys? Joey here with the video. We're going to be doing our NCAA tournament challenge. As you can see that I'm making, it's going to be my second bracket, but we'll be making a bracket for you guys today. Alright, we got some sweepstake stuff. I don't really care too much about. Alright, so here we are. We got the east side. We'll start with that first. Duke versus North Dakota State. That's obvious. It's a Duke. VCU versus UCF. We're going to go with UCF on that. I feel like UCF will have a great game and barely nudge out against VCU. Mississippi State versus Liberty. I'm going to go with Mississippi State. Then we got Virginia versus St. Louis. I'm going to take Virginia Tech. Maryland versus Belmont. I'm going to take Maryland. LSU versus Yale. LSU. Louisville versus Minnesota. I'm going to go with Minnesota. Michigan State versus Bradley. Obviously, Michigan State. And then the next round, we'll go Michigan State versus Minnesota. Michigan State. LSU versus Maryland. LSU. Virginia Tech and Mississippi State. I'm going to go with Mississippi State here. I feel like they're going to have a great game. Duke versus UCF. Obviously, it's going to be Duke. Michigan State, LSU, and Duke and Mississippi State. It's going to go Duke and Michigan State. So the 1 and 2 made it. The Sweet 16, or the Elite 8, my bad. And here we are. It's going to be a tough decision. Let's see what they have for it. You know, just two really good teams. By the looks of it, it looked like it'd be like a close one that like Duke would probably nudge out, but in my opinion, I think Michigan State will win that game. So it leads Michigan State to the first part of the Final Four. We'll go down to the West. Gonzaga's going to win that. Baylor versus Syracuse. Baylor. Marquette versus Murray State. I got Murray State. With their point guard they have, or their shooting guard, one of the two, that it's going to be like a top 3 pick, it seems like, in the NBA draft. Florida State. Arizona State. No, Buffalo. Sorry. Texas Tech. Florida. Michigan. And then we're going to go Michigan. Buffalo. Murray State. My bad. Gonzaga. Then Gonzaga. And then Michigan. So the 1 and 2 made it again. As you can see, I'm going to have Gonzaga lead it to the Final Four. Might as well move on over to the Midwest over here. So we got North Carolina versus Ina. I never learned how to say their name, but we'll go with North Carolina. Utah State versus Washington. New Mexico State versus Auburn. Mexico State. Kansas versus Northeastern Kansas. Iowa State versus Ohio State. Iowa State. Houston over Georgia State. Wofford versus Seton Hall. I'm going to go Seton Hall, and then Kentucky. I'm going to have Kentucky, Houston, Kansas, and North Carolina. So the 1 through 4 made it through this part to the Sweet 16. I'm going to have North Carolina and Houston, and North Carolina. So we got 3 of our Final Four. Down to the South, Virginia, Oklahoma, Oregon, my bad, Kansas State, Villanova, Purdue, Iowa, and Tennessee. Next round, we got Tennessee, Villanova, Kansas State, Virginia, got Kansas State, Tennessee, and then Tennessee. You might be wondering, why am I having the number 1 seed get eliminated by Kansas State? I feel like Kansas State will have a great game. You know, their opponent's point per game, you know, both are reasonably low. And, you know, they don't really have it too good. But, you know, I just kind of feel like Kansas State will pull ahead early in the game. And I feel like Virginia will have like an off game, kind of, and have a bad game. So, yeah. As you can see now, the Final Four is Tennessee versus North Carolina, Gonzaga versus Michigan State. Got Michigan State and North Carolina. And I'm going to have North Carolina take the championship with the score of 58-50. Which, as you can see, I've already had that before, and there we are. I had North Carolina winning the national championship. A lot of people have North Carolina or Duke or like one of the top 4 seeds, number 1 4 seeds, but I'm gonna have North Carolina. I mean, I do think Duke will probably beat Michigan State most likely and go to the national championship, but most teams that are star driven with NBA talent kind of just fall apart. Like last year's Kentucky team. They kind of, or was it 2 years ago's Kentucky team with Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox? That team kind of fell apart. And I mean, yeah, they did really good and they barely lost, but still, they didn't make it to the national championship. And I feel like that will probably happen with Duke this year. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be my video today. Please like, subscribe, and favorite. And yeah, see you later, guys.